Hello, I'm Michael Oladehinbo. I'm a content creator, a filmmaker, and a volunteer. And so today, I'll be talking about the power of amplifying social impact through video content and content creation from the perspective of a volunteer. Because yes, volunteering has brought me to a milestone I wouldn't have been able to achieve in just few years of my career. And so 10 years ago, I started out as a DJ. I love creating music mix, created some couple of mix on audio mats. Even before audio mats, I started using our natives website like Loaded to Exclusive. I made all this mixtape without making a dime from it, just because I had passion for creating something people will listen to and they'll love it. So then I started making all this mix. I get comments, it became valuable, but to me, it wasn't converting to money, real-time money, because I was doing it for the passion and for the love of entertainment. So, but then I was looking for a way to monetize it because, yes, I do all this amazing stuff. I had a mentor, JJK White. I was looking up to, he's a champion of Alaba mixtapes. One of my motivation where I got that mixtape mindset from. And so, but then he was doing great and I wasn't doing great. So I decided to join his DJ Academy. I signed up for the Academy. I met a couple of great people there. I learned DJing, and even after the Academy, I got to intern with him. But then it still didn't convert to money. Maybe though I might have a little bit of fame because they couldn't put a face to the mixtape, or they keep hearing DJ Mike Wells, and they don't know that there's no face to it. I barely go to clubs, maybe because of my own cooking and all these things. But then fast forward to 2023, I was trying to leverage on this audio music enterprise of the thing. I realized that I could actually get to study sound for film. So I went to Ebony Life Creative Academy through a scholarship, and I started studying sound for TV and films. I started my YouTube channel to do some experiences. I shot a couple of videos on my YouTube channel myself, edited them myself. And I was just doing all those things for my personal branding, hoping that filmmaking, audio for films and post-production I've learned is going to yield out this money. Because yes, it's years after years. I started 2015 and 2023, about 7 years, nothing to write home about. You just keep doing it, hoping that one day you get a break. In Nigeria, you need to call it on blue. I was expecting that blue to come, and it still didn't come. Then I got a job in Abuja. I was born and raised in Lagos all throughout my life, and early 2024, I had to leave Lagos to Abuja, and for an audio technician job in a media firm. And just 2 months into the job, the whole business crashed down, and I was just in a new city without no family, without no friends. I had to just figure it out. Then a friend of mine introduced me to Yali Network Abuja, and when I got to the network, I realized that there's a problem in trying to document their meetings, telling stories of their outreaches, of their projects. So I volunteered as a content creator. I started creating content for them. I realized that all those years of, not getting that break I demanded for was piling up to become a very big asset, like a soft skill, a very big soft skill for me. So I started utilizing it. Then I was also inspired to volunteer for NGOs and other civil societies like Toastmasters International. I also had to work with Udet 100, a non-governmental organizations. I tell their stories through smartphone videography, the stories of their outreaches, their meetings, their projects. I tell those stories in a way that it will be very hard for you to say it was shot with a phone. Just not to divide. I realized that all those boats I've been demanding for several years came all of a sudden within just 6 months of volunteering for Yali Network, because I got a lot of recommendations. I got to see myself in meetings I wouldn't have been. But for example, I'm a DJ who just go to entertain people in parties and all those things. Well, imagine myself in a formal setting where you have former governors and president and commissioner of Nigeria. I was opportune to be in a meeting where I met Peter Obi and His Excellency Goodluck Jonathan, and through the power of volunteering. So when you volunteer, when you choose to volunteer, is an alternative way to do experimental marketing, because big companies like Coca-Cola, you see them in the streets, giving you samples of their product. It's called experiential marketing because they want you to have a taste of it so that you can eventually buy it. So I have all these soft skills, looking for waiting to be hired, waiting to be employed, waiting to utilize it and get monetized. But I didn't realize that I should have gone to people to say, okay, you have a wedding party, an event plan now, or you have an organization. I want to work with you for free. Right now, I'm championing a project called 100 Frames of Impact, where I tend to train 100 people in smartphone videography, photography, and editing. And after their training, they'll get to be certified in an NAPTEP examination that will make them be able to teach all these skills. So they are not going to leave this training and just go and become an entrepreneur. They are going to become teachers too and also impact other people. So we're looking at 3,700 achievements pan Nigeria, doing 100 per state, and that is called 100 Frames of Impact. Because if you come to look at it, the federal government of Nigeria and the NAPTEP and the Ministry of Education just introduced content creation, digital video creation, and digital skills to the second school syllabus. So the power of volunteering gave me all this information, put me in the midst of people that will make me see all these opportunities left for me. I'm telling you today that volunteering doesn't mean that you are cheap. It's just a way of opening up yourself to opportunities and network. Because when you volunteer and you find yourself in places, for example, in the United Nations House, you meet a couple of people, what are you going to sell to them? You should be able to you should also try to sell yourself in 30 seconds to tell them what you're working on or what you've done in the past. You don't even need a portfolio to start with. Volunteering gives you the access to create everything you can do and make it a portfolio, rather than just staying at home waiting for the government to do everything for you, waiting for your parent. Me, I had no parent to support me, but then with the power of volunteering and all those things, I was able to achieve so much in a huge length of time. I've been waiting for all these years. And that is something worth thinking about.